o'clock out there today at 6:42. It's already heartbreaking to find out a loved one is in an abusive relationship, but helping them escape that situation can be hard and confusing. Not everyone knows the steps. That's why there's a virtual conference coming up to help others be the voice for domestic violence survivors. Here to explain is Alicia Williamson. We're so happy that she's joining us today. Good morning, Alicia. How are you?
Good morning. I'm doing well, and you?
Good, good. Thank you for asking. Such an important topic, especially during this time. Tell me, how common is it for someone to be in a domestic violence situation in our area?
Over the past year alone, Someplace Safe received over 1,000 crisis calls for assistance as economies, institutions, and social welfare sectors continue to buckle under the strain of the pandemic. There's a dangerous escalation in the risk to the millions of people caught in the clutches of domestic and gender-based violence. For victims and survivors of domestic violence, including children exposed to it, being home may not be a safe option, and the unprecedented stress of the pandemic could breed unsafety in the homes where violence may not have been an issue before.
Harder to get an escape plan in place when you're stuck at home all the time, isn't it?
Yes, most definitely. They can definitely call Someplace Safe. We have a 24-hour crisis line, and we can help them develop a safety plan for them.
You know, it's really hard when you are a friend or maybe a family member of someone and you find out that this abuse is happening. So what do you do if you're that person and you want to be an advocate and help the person that you love?
Understanding what resources exist in the community and to continue to reach out and check in with their loved ones. It may not be safe for them to reach out on their own. While we all need that social connection during this time, it is especially important for someone experiencing violence.
So does the protocol of what to do change if the victim is an adult or if it's a child?
It definitely changes. If a child is the victim of abuse, Children's Services often becomes involved. Children's Services works with the family to put safety measures in place for the child and strives to keep the child with a non-offending parent when it is safe to do so. CSB also works collaboratively with Someplace Safe to get services in place that meet the needs of the survivor and their children.
So I know there is a virtual conference to try to get these tools out there for our community to all come together and really help our domestic violence survivors. Why did you want to have the conference?
You know, the annual Be the Voice conference, which is organized by the Trumbull County Domestic Violence Task Force, is going to be virtual for this year, and it's going to be hosted on our Zoom platform. This two-day event is being offered on this Thursday and Friday from 9 to 12. Our conference will include a total of 6 speakers. For our first day, Amber Stal-Botner will focus on exploring how trauma is passed down from generation to generation through the changes in one's own genetics. And Dr. Bobby Bill will discuss how healthcare and behavioral healthcare providers have to have made fundamental adjustments to how their services are delivered to youth and families during this pandemic. Our day 2 will focus on exposure to family violence and its impact on children, domestic violence and substance abuse, implicit bias, and advocating for survivors through a disability lens.
Do we have to sign up in advance or is there a fee? What do we do to get involved?
Yeah, thank you for asking. Anyone working to be the voice for victims of violence, stalking, or assault is invited to attend. The cost for this conference is $20. If anyone is interested, they can contact Someplace Safe today at 330-393-3003.
Well, Alicia, thank you so much for sharing this with us today. Really important information during this pandemic, and we appreciate everything you guys do.
Thank you for having me. Thank you.
All right, folks, it's just about 6:46, so now's the time if you want to give us a call. We will have trivia after the break.